So welcome everybody. My name is Jonathan Brescian, and today we have a recent graduate, Rob, with us, who just came through working with us for the past few months. So he has a interesting story. Rob, thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, glad to be here, Jonathan.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about what was going on with you before you joined the program.
Oh gosh. So yeah, I've kind of been having back pain on and off the last couple years, lower back pain, and it got pretty bad March of 2020 as I'm a cyclist and was on a bike ride and things weren't feeling right and just really strained my lower back and that led and of course I ignored it and didn't really do anything about it, which was not the right move. But that led into severe back pain, had to take off time from work, and which led me down a wild goose chase of trying to figure out what's wrong with my back and how to fix it. So I went to orthopedic doctors, did x-rays, MRIs, you name it, physical therapy, dry needling, all kinds of stuff, and things, nothing was working and had a lasting benefit. If anything, everything was kind of temporary. So um, it was limiting what I could do I wasn't feeling good day to day, and it was really limiting on what I could do on my bike, and just I wasn't happy with the current state. So I found Jonathan and Greg on Facebook and reached out to them, and they had a program that I explored a little bit and signed up, and yeah, it's changed my life essentially. It's helped me out tremendously. I could go into even more detail, but the past 4 or so months that I've been working with these guys, it's been life changing. I mean, it's a something I work on every day still. It's not my back pain is still something that I deal with, but it is vastly better, probably over 90% better than when I started. So it's something I definitely do not regret doing.
Yeah. What were a couple of things that we implemented working together that you think really kind of were different from what you were trying and like kind of really changed things for you?
Yeah, so one thing that kind of drew me to the program was everything that I've done in the past was all about strengthening. It was adding tension. A lot of physical therapy, it is strengthening, is pushing your body, which I'm accustomed to as an athlete. That's kind of the name of the game is you're always pushing something. Whereas y'all's program was more relaxation and letting your body, I want to say heal itself, but you're not trying to force anything. So starting, early on in the program, that was kind of uh, a different approach to me. It was more relaxing, it was therapeutic as opposed to something that was mentally and physically difficult. So that was different, and I enjoyed doing that. So
Yeah. And I mean, how are you feeling these days? Like, I know you said you're about 90% better, but like, how is that sort of reflecting in the things that you're doing each day?
yeah, so as far as like riding my bike, I mean, in the past, when I was seeing the physical therapist and all that, like when I'd ride, if I did a hard ride or was on the bike for a long time, my back would start hurting, and I would have to change my position or cut the ride short, or it was something I was always thinking about, especially when I was again exercising. Whereas lately, it's I haven't been limited at all. I've been racing, I've been doing long rides, and I haven't been limited whatsoever. So that's a very obvious way, I guess, that I can tell that that I'm getting better. But I can still feel like when I'm just hanging out, or if I'm in the car for a long time, I can feel that kind of that spot in my lower back. Or if I go a day or two without doing these exercises that we do in this program, I can feel things kind of tightening back up. But as soon as I fall back into my routine and do these exercises that we've implemented, then things loosen up and start feeling better. So again, that's probably why I'm saying I'm about 90% there. Is things feel great, but there's still a little bit of tension from time to time, especially if I slack off a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, it's an ongoing process. Were you actually ever diagnosed with
Right.
anything in your low back? Did you receive a diagnosis?
Yeah, I think I had what did I have exactly? There was, what's it called? One like a bulging disc. I think the X-ray or the MRI showed there's a bit of a bulging disc. I can't remember exactly, but there's some issue with one of my disc, I guess, which the orthopedic doctors didn't really think anything of it. Said it'd be no big deal, and that the pain I was experiencing was just a muscle pain, and just ice it and relax, which that or ice it and rest it, which I did, but it didn't really do anything. So
Yeah.
that's when I
So,
started
sorry.
seeking other answers.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so good to hear, man. So if you had one piece of advice to give someone who is maybe thinking about joining, was on the fence, like what would you tell them?
I'd say I was hesitant at first, because I haven't met Greg or Jonathan in person, so it's hard to tell, just over the internet especially. But I have no regrets signing up. It has been, I mean, they've been great to work with. Every appointment we've had every week, they've been on time. The video, I mean, it's super easy to follow. It does take work. You have to, set aside time to go through the program and be dedicated to it. But if you're hesitant and you haven't, especially if you've explored other avenues and they're not working, this is probably something that is different from everything else you've tried. So it could just be the thing that helps you break through in a good way.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. We really appreciate this. And, we're super excited for your progress. And yeah, there's not really going to be an end game. It's just a continuous process as we continue to age and our bodies continue to change. These exercises and what you've learned will continue to adapt to your body. And so, the progress is really endless as long as you keep at it. And we know you will. So,
Right.
we're stoked about everything that you've gone through. Um, so thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. You were great to work with, and we'll definitely talk to you soon.
Yeah, it's been a good time. I've really enjoyed it. Y'all have been awesome.
Thanks, man. Take care.
Yeah.